What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm not sure exactly if we got a fire training today. Oh no, we got a fire YouTube video today. All right, we got a fire YouTube video. Actually, let me put you guys right here because I don't like the way that glare is right there. So yeah, put you guys right here. Fire, got a fire talk that we have to talk about today. Right, we got a fire talk. Okay, and this talk, man, is gonna help a lot of men out there because you guys have to understand something, right? You can't you can't lose weight, right? It's impossible for you to lose weight, right? If it's impossible for you to lose weight if you're putting yourself last. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. It's impossible, right? And that goes with anybody. Like if you're putting yourself last and you're putting yourself on the back burner, don't expect yourself to lose weight. Don't expect yourself to become the better version of yourself because people like to say that I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be healthier. I want to be more active. All that kind of good stuff. That's cool, right? That's very cool. That's very cool. But do you know what that costs? Do you know the cost of doing that? That means you have to prioritize yourself. And some people have not prioritized themselves for so long that they think that they're just going to stroll to being the best version of themselves, and it's just not going to happen. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to make sacrifices. You're gonna have to, spend time that you're gonna spend with your kids at the gym. Right. I'm not saying that you gotta spend your, 2 or 3 hours at the fucking gym, right? But you're gonna have to spend some time at the gym. You're going to have to um eat a certain way, think a certain way, right? And we'll get more into it. Oh man, I can't even go live on TikTok. So I'd have to go live on that phone. Man, oh god. Right? So we're gonna talk about it. Right? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So let me tell you guys, okay? I talk to a lot of people that tell me that they want to lose a stomach fat. They tell me all the time, George, I want to lose a stomach fat, I want to lose a stomach fat, I want to lose a stomach fat, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. But then they'll be like, well, but I want to lose stomach fat, and the only thing that's really stopping me is um work, time, kids, relationship, all that kind of stuff. When life starts going, when life starts life, and I tend to fall off, right? So the problem is very apparent, right? And I'll ask them like, how long has that been going on, right? Well, for some time now, like a couple years, couple months. I mean, couple years, right? So I would tell them, I'm like, look, bro. So this has been going on for a couple years. So now it's a pattern. Now it's a pattern. Every time life gets crazy, every time life gets hectic, you put yourself on the back burner to take care of everybody else. How can you lose weight that way? And they're like, you can't. So when are you going to break this cycle and start prioritizing yourself? And then they'll say something along the lines of, well, I got to take care of the kids. The kids got to eat. Kids got to. I'm like, bro, I'm not saying neglect your family. I'm asking you, when are you going to choose to actively prioritize yourself within your schedule as well, too? When are you going to stop giving yourself the scraps at the end of the day? When are you going to stop giving yourself the scraps? When are you going to start waking up earlier and making that shit happen? And then like, well, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, yourself. Look, you will not lose weight if you put yourself last at the end of the day. You will not lose weight if you're always trying to accommodate other people. You won't lose weight if you're always thinking about what other people need over what you need. Success, you are going to need to be success. You're going to have to be selfish in some type of way to achieve success. That's the harsh reality of this. You cannot be completely selfless and be successful, especially in weight loss. And some of you guys are dressing it up like you're this provider, but you're using this provider complex to basically avoid the truth, which is you don't respect yourself enough, right, to provide and still take care of yourself the way that you need to. You treat yourself like shit. You treat your literal self like shit. And you have to ask yourself, what kind of example does that send, your kids, your wife, your family, that it's okay to give to everybody else, but give little to nothing to yourself. Because that's what you guys are doing. And you don't even see it. You're giving to your family, your friends, all that kind of stuff, whoever. You're giving them money, you're giving them a place to stay. But when's the last time, you're taking them on vacation? But when's the last time that, you sat down and was like, look, I need to sit down and I need to focus on me. I need to focus on me. I'm gonna focus on me this time. And I get it, right? To take money out of of an account that's not sure. I mean, that's shared with somebody else, or to take money that could be for your kids, right? And use it on yourself. It can feel selfish. It can feel selfish, or it can feel like a luxury. But your body isn't a luxury. Your health is a non-negotiable. You looking and being proud of what you see in a mirror is a non-negotiable. It's not something that you negotiate with, because the example that you set is going to be the example that you set is going to be the example that your kids see, that your girl sees. So every time you look into that mirror and you're visibly out of shape, you're setting them. You're the leader by default. Every man is a leader by default. You've been automatically given that position. So when you're visibly out of shape, visibly, not liking the way that you look, you're setting that example for your kids. And most importantly, it's creating resentment and anger in a lot of you, and depression, because you know that you deserve more. You know that you deserve more. But you're too weak, right? You're too weak to sit down and tell your wife, girl, whatever, hey, look, I can't do this on my own. I tried, right? I tried to do this on my own. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. So I'm about to get somebody to help me with this, because I don't want to be in a position where I dislike myself, right? Because if I start disliking myself and I'm not proud of myself, I get depressed, and I build resentment towards you and all the people that I love, because y'all don't understand that shit. You're depressed. You're depressed not because of you're depressed, yes, because of the weight, but you're depressed, right? And you're not happy with the way that you look. I mean, you're depressed because you don't like the way that you look. You're not setting the standard that you know that you could be at. You don't have the energy levels that you want. You don't have the confidence that you want. So it's creating a depression, because that depression is because it's self-imposed. I didn't talk to so many men tell me that, like, yeah, I have to go, I have to go talk to my wife and blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, who wears the pants? You can't take a little backlash. Like, you think that you're just about to just go and easily stroll to being the best version of yourself? You're gonna have to go through some type of turmoil. Yeah, she might not like it in the moment, but she'll get over it. How many bags and shit has she bought with y'all money? How many trips has she just mindlessly just bought with y'all money? How much food have y'all eaten with the money in the bank account? But when it's time to invest into yourself, you're hesitant. Men need to get their power back, bro. They need to get their power back. A woman don't respect that. She don't respect that. You got to ask me to do something. Like, that's how you guys sound. I need to ask my wife or my girlfriend, right? I need to ask them for permission to get healthy. It's weak. But a lot of you guys do that shit not because you really have to ask her, just because you just don't want to make a decision. And that's the truth. But at the end of the day, I understand both sides of the spectrum. When you're in a relationship, you're emotionally attached to that relationship, so you're thinking emotionally. So you can't see the relationship from a neutral standpoint. You can't see it from you can't see it correctly. You can't see the relationship correctly. You can't see how you let yourself go. Like, I used to always wonder how could you just wake up one day and then just like, damn, I didn't notice that I was getting out of shape until someone pointed it out. You got that comfortable within yourself, right? To let yourself fall off that bat. You got that comfortable with yourself that you fell off that bat. and someone had to tell you that you fell off. Like, you guys have to understand that women are designed for comfort. They're not trying to tell you the truth, bro. They're not gonna sit up there and tell you unless you piss them off. Hey, like, I'm not gonna lie, you're getting fat, right? And unless you guys have that floor, right? Of, hey, like, that openness, because like some of you guys think that you guys have that, but you don't, right? Where you have that openness of, hey, right? The floor is open for you to let me know if I'm falling off, or if I'm not, if I'm gaining any weight. Some of you guys have never created that window or that floor of opportunity, right, for them to even critique you like that. So they're walking on thin ice because they don't want to judge you, but they see it. So I'm gonna just tell you this, right? If you feel that way, they feel that way too. If you feel like you're out of shape, they do too. If you feel like you're not in where you want to be, they do too. Just have that approach every time. Just have that approach every time. You won't lose weight, okay? Putting yourself on the back burner will never happen. I always have to prioritize myself, and some fitness forces me to prioritize myself. It forces me. I have to eat a certain way, and I have to train a certain way consistently long enough to maintain what I have. It forces me to take care of myself. Some of you guys are just surviving, eating whatever you want, barely exercising, and you think that that's good. Or you think, I don't know what you think at this point. Fitness forces you to prioritize yourself. It forces you to take time out of your day to go to the gym. Forces you. And you can't be the best version of yourself if you don't have your best body. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible, bro. Impossible. Okay. And I tell you guys this because I know this from experience, bro. If you guys are men out there, right? If you guys are men out there, you have to start building. If you don't create the best body that you can, due to your wife, your kids, end up resenting them. You'll resent them. You'll resent them, bro. You'll resent the people that you absolutely love because you knew you was meant for more and you didn't chase it due to somebody else. And if you're okay with that, if you're literally okay with that, by all means. If you're literally okay with that, all right, then that just gives you your answer. You're never going to become the best version of yourself. You're never going to become the best version of yourself. You're not going to lose 80 pounds, 90 pounds, 100 pounds. You're not going to lose any weight. You're not going to lose any fucking weight if you always put yourself on the back burner and then blame everything externally. Oh, well, I got the kids, I got the wife, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Until you start taking ownership and being like, okay, I do have a wife, I do have a kid, I do have this, I do have that. But until I start taking ownership, complete ownership, that my health, that no one is going to give a fuck about my health more than me, and I need to prioritize me, you will never be in shape. Fit people are not less busier than you. They're not. That fit dad who got that six pack that you see, or that fit person that you see, it's not that they have they have more hours in the day than you. They just have more time than you. They don't. They just prioritize better than you. They just set boundaries better than you. They're just not going to sit there and allow themselves to let themselves go due to family events or anything like that, because they understand that they're going to have a family forever. You can never escape bills. You can never escape all the things that you're going through. You just learn how to navigate with it. And that goes into my next point. Too many of you guys are trying to sit here waiting for the perfect time. Well, when life gets less crazy, and when I have more time on my hands, then I'll get to it. Bro, you've been saying that for like the last 2 years, and it ain't come yet. It ain't come yet. When do you make the change? When do you realize it? Like, you guys are hopefully thinking for this magical scenario to occur where you just, where you just be like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna have this scenario, right? I'm gonna be, I'm gonna just, you guys are just waiting for like the perfect time, and it's never gonna happen. You create the perfect time is the time when you create the time. You have to create the time. There ain't never no perfect time. Never. It's never a perfect time for anything. I wasn't prepared, right, to get in shape when I did. I wasn't prepared, to start a business, do content, or nothing like that. I just did it. You have to act before you're prepared, and you follow through on that. That's how I built the physique. That's how I built so many other people's physiques. You think that the people that I work with, they just have all the time in the world and they were completely 100% prepared? You're using preparation. You're dressing up preparation as all you're doing is just you're acting like you just need to be super prepared, but in essence, you're just justifying procrastination. That's all you guys are doing. You're telling yourself, I just need to be prepared. I just need to be prepared. I just need to be prepared. But what you're really doing is you're procrastinating. You're just changing the word. Oh, I'm just preparing for the right time. I just need to wait for the right time. No, bro, you're procrastinating. That's just a better way of saying, hey, bro, I'm just procrastinating. That's what you guys are doing. And it's clear as day. To me, I see it all the time. Clear as day. Clear as day. So until you start taking yourself serious, until you start investing into yourself, because people be like, yeah, I'm serious. No, you can only be serious about yourself if you're investing into yourself. And investing into yourself isn't getting a fucking like I was on the phone with somebody. I was like, bro, when was the last time that you actually did something for you? You invested into you. He's like, yeah, I got a tattoo. I'm like, bro, that's not investing into you, bro. When's the last time that you did something for you? Got a massage, right? Went to the gym. Shit, it's been a long time. I'm like, no wonder you don't think that this is possible. You don't even take care of you, bro. You don't even take care of you. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy. And this man, and when I talked to this man, he had been struggling to lose his stomach for over 10 years. I said, bro, at this point, bro, you don't need to get on a conversation to talk to somebody about no bullshit, right? You need to come up with a solution. And right? And look, I've always thought and meditated on on the way that I deliver a certain message, right? And the message needs to come out the way that it needs to come out, right? And the right people will accept the message. The wrong people will get repelled from the message. But the message stays the same. You're just hearing it in a harsher way from me, but another fitness coach will tell you the same exact goddamn thing. They will. They will. They will. If you keep on putting yourself last all the time and you keep on putting everything above you, do not expect to lose a stomach fat because you don't even take care of you. You don't even take care of you, bro. So how the fuck are you gonna make it happen when you know what I'm saying? How are you gonna make it happen? Can't. All right. So I gotta hop off here. I got another call that I gotta go on for today. If you want coaching, bro, DM me YJR. I help men become the best version of themselves. That means you take back your fucking life and get in control of your life. You guys over here, schedules everywhere, right? Body everywhere. Can't even fit your clothes the way that you want to fit them. Can't even take off your shirt off the beach. What kind of man? What kind of man is like that? Can't even take the shirt off at the beach confidently, right? You guys be like, yeah, I'll take it off. No, can you confidently be like, yeah, I know I look good. Not no delusional shit. Not no delusional shit, bro. Jeez. All right. But I'll catch you guys later.